was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying that?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make it. That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason did?
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make. That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for?
Because you all had a. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you have?
Because you all had. You hated her.
Is that it? That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you?
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, it's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died, so there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her. The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying. The fact that Sakura, there's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went to.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw.
No, it's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was... when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Shoot! I got it! I'm not sure. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean... Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe...
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
You are hostile.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we...
But if you recall, Tina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the... So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense! I can tell you exactly when I found the dying when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw...
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense! I can tell you exactly when I found the when Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is!
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura...
Without a doubt! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh! Can't hear you, can't hear you! Conspiracy! The end is nigh! Can't hear you, can't hear you! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message, because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. Both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Who did write it?
Hiro could very well... That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits...
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed... Please. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there... And that's all she said. Suddenly. As soon as I heard that, I just knew she was gonna kill me and make her escape! So of course I freaked! I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and been executed, so I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened.
You're not gonna get off its debt. We're ready to vote now, right?
No, I think...
What are you talking about?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
He's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one...
I don't think there's any question about that. But if they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
I got it! It had to be Toko. Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko?
Why would... Wait! That doesn't even matter! The hero just...
That's right.
No. Don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's...
Hiro, tell us if we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura. Just tell us what happened one more time.
I don't really see what... I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind.
And you only hit her...
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Hiro really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
No, it's wrong!
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on! How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles There's something there. Once you understand that point, think back. And we found
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with.
For now, just note that there were 4 but originally there were 6.
But how can you know for sure there were 6?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Now I understand! That's it! The chess piece... Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn.
And the piece, the knight.
So, I guess you don't know too much. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. What was left intact at the crime scene were the... And on the ground was the knight.
Oh! So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah! So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Shoot! I got it! The bottle must have been broken. Because there was evidence.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this?
I got it! Earlier, he compared the weight. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they?
Because of what it would reveal. I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so when I got inside...
And you just now decided to share that?
After the shock of thinking I'd...
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain?
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin. It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. That's enough!
This should prove it. Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look
Okay then, let's just compare.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed.
No,
Out with it.
probably did kill her.
Straight?
Wait,
Give us the details, Toko.
Talk.
after I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head off, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put...
I didn't mean to.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growl. And when I turned, there was Sakura. When I saw that, I don't remember what happened after that.
It was your fault!
My fault! Master's fault! When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights!
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me away. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. And, well, I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was worried about you, and you... No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence.
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for... Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on! That's... you know, but anyway, I'm not the one...
Well then, that's... What's wrong?
No.
Not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have...
Odd?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko. Tell us your story once, then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wishes might command? I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed
And where did the attack take place?
right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, that's wrong. We found Sakura's. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death,
So,
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the
no, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone...
I got it! Sakura was definitely the blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, all to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then,
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that,
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
and while everything was all
No, I got it! Even before we open the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open, so obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in it.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How did you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along,
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
and
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No, that's wrong! According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
if that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything,
Some sort of Sakura
poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weekend. She was poisoned?
Is it really so hard to believe? That of course.
Everyone, quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room?
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene. Well, there's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals, and that's where I found...
Is that...
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find...
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from?
Well, that's...
I got it! The poison...
Strange, isn't it? Why would they...
Yeah?
Because the culprits... I mean... Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow...
Idiot! He just swallowed...
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. I'm talking about the protein.
Can I see that bottle for...
Sure.
This is...
Correct. That wasn't poison in the... Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched, so the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison. All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was...
My God! You're saying they gave her a protein drink.
A protein drink which actually...
What?
That's all it took to kill...
No? I do remember. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who...
For real?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone.
I got it! The footprints... That's the evidence you're talking...
I visited the chem lab this morning. They must have appeared around the time of... What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the... And given how clear the prints were, all we have to do is check every...
It was me. The footprint. If you're all gonna... I'd rather you hear it. Yep, I did it.
Just as I... The footprints were made by a pair of... And the only people here...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so the...
If the footprints were just plus, Hina's been acting... You were in an awful rush to... This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the... What about it?
Well, it's just...
That's likely because they were so close. Hina used that she deceived the victim. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Did you really...
Why? I found her. There in the she asked me to bring her the buds. When I went to get...
Now's my chance to kill. That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then... And...
Hold, I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she... You still don't get it, do you? Honeyed words like, not a person alive, just like how...
You say that, but don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalist, but there's still that one unsolved mystery. And I'm not
Are you talking about the...
Hina, if you
That doesn't matter!
No, it doesn't.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually...
And if I...
Impossible. She switched out the...
Are you sure about even ignoring the fact that I don't want...
What the...
I mean... Why it's too...
He's right. It makes it...
I was just... nervous. So...
You did...
Yeah.
Listen, Hina. Tell us more about when you switched...
How come?
Hina.
Waste your time if you like. There's nobody else to...
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived.
Well... Right away, I went to...
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the
Yeah.
I see.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein. Once I was done with the protein can but I accidentally put the... And because of that...
That story, first you went to Section... Meaning you went from Section C. Can you repeat that?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're big...
It's the same thing no matter how many times...
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison. And he spilled some of the powder. Yeah. And I grabbed...
Okay.
And I moved from Section C...
No, it's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that...
Yeah?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene, that contradicts what you just...
Then maybe she moved inside.
No, that can't be it.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of...
You lied to us. If you look at the footprints, you're... The powder had already been... So you never went.
What the hell?
And the footprints aren't... Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence?
Are you sure? It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What?
I found... It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed. Thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But...
Oh, you still... Makoto. What, huh?
If you really...
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that.
You're right. It must be. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that... I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina...
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. There's no other way to
And then, meanwhile, the protein, that had to be after the lock.
Wait, hold on, I'll grant, but how can you say the protein? We already know she was given that can wasn't there.
You're right. But before we do, it has to do with after Sakura's body was discovered. Did anyone move it or trip up?
What are you talking about?
Not at all.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Not me.
Same here.
Okay then. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene.
Oh, come on! How can you know what I don't know?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not.
So you're saying someone planted it there after...
No, it had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt until it absolutely was.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the...
No, that's it had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt until the locked room. It absolutely was.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the...
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room...
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the...
Well, those pieces were... We also found pieces underneath.
What?
And this proves it shows that the can must have been put down on the... So it had to be after we got into the room.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the...
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate...
And that's made everything clear. As long as it was a locked room. But once the room was opened up, the protein can wound up in the rec room. And the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
That's all true, then I thought we all agreed she was tricked.
No, the only explanation is... She drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a...
You're saying she drank it, knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got...
It was Hina, right?
What do you think?
I got it! I think...
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab.
You're lying! Why? You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it! I hate you! You're a liar! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison? What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot? It did. That powder was. So the powder we found on Sakura. What else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So,
And it was only on her instinct.
Sakura must have been standing right so the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all, but the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem?
But why did Sakura pick the only explanation is that she was looking for...
No! Because I killed...
No. Here's my answer. The one who killed
The killer...
wait, so you're...
I don't believe it.
I can't believe it either. But when you really think about it, Sakura went and got the poison, all so she could end the locked room mystery.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from... She sat there, drank and the empty bottle of poison rolled. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and that was you. You did it to throw off the... When we found her body, you stayed right there because you already knew and because the bottle of poison...
That's when you picked... I was too shocked to notice anything.
And the more I think about it... You said you were... But your real intention was to go to the... Once you were at the chem lab, you took the powder and when you left the lab, thinking about it like that...
When you were done, you... While everyone else was focused on... Honestly, you should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, in order to hide this fact, as long as you could disguise the truth, that's why you didn't bother to get rid of such the footprints in the powder and the bottle.
So you're saying Hina consciously...
No, I can't...
That's enough, Hina.
It's not!
It is, actually. You have to end... Here's exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out she got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he without thinking, he grabbed it thinking he'd killed her. He took a magazine from the table. To that end, Toko. But of course, Toko had witnessed. She jumped up. But in her rush she put the Soon, she also saw This caused her personality. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, this explained, assuming Sakura she gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle, and that but even after those, so then, it was, she turned the rec room into a and there, later on, we had, but someone already, and that same someone, and while nobody was looking, they did all this specifically to place all in an attempt to guide the trial, and the one who went to That's the Sakura, and you claim to be the killer. Facts.
But how did you manage? How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh?
We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already?
Oh, yeah.
You serious? Well, whatever. Maybe you don't want to. So, will you make the... What's it gonna be? Okay. My and...
What it... Come on. What are you thinking?
Don't be mean.
What is...
You should have been the one. What?
What is this?
No! I can't!
But,
Hina. There.
why? What are you saying?
I won't forgive you.
Why?
Hina.
Huh? Huh?
Some...
Please. Why? Why?
Hey!
What is this? What are you saying?
In other words, yes, indeed.
What the...
Of course. Yep. Too bad. It's true.
Huh?
Well now. Damn it. Phew. Shing.
And?
What are you gonna do? Hey! But hold on.
Enough already.
Yes, indeed.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here. You see, the mastermind took control. I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things. And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder. However, as I lived here with my resolve I cannot betray those who would call me their friend. I've made it. I will no longer. I'm going. Of course, I understand if you... So this is my atonement for... my own situation as dark, which is exactly... Of course, but I've decided if it can save whatever you think of me.
Huh? No way!
Correct. However...
Finally. I never saw you as my enemy. You were only Hina. Whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else, no matter what.
But...
What are you gonna do? Uh-oh. Too bad. Huh? Say what?
You know? Well?
Oof. What do you... How strange. Hey! Phew! Huh?
Naturally. Don't make me repeat myself.
What?
It's all clear now.
Hey,
What the heck?
You want me to punish you?
What? But...
Wrong! Listen up! Yahoo! Let's give it...
But still... I'm...
What's the matter?
just as I thought.
Actually...
What are you thinking?
Yep. Phew. Hey,
I want to be able to help.
very nice. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Well, uh-huh.
What?
Yep.
Huh?
Hello.
Hina.
Yeah! Too bad.
What?
You guys? Too bad. What? What? Well,
You. Who? Hey.
Yo. But,
Yes.
um...
Not.
eh.
Stop.
Sorry.
No, no, no. Huh? What the heck?
See.
No, 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 no!
soon the door. Okay then.
Kyoko?
Yes.
Huh?
I see.
So cute.
Wait.
It's true. Whew. Hey. Correct. Makoto. So... Goodbye.
What's this? Damn it! Hey! Unbelievable.
Just a second.
You guys?
It's true. Hey. Shall we go? Goodbye. Whew. Goodbye. Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.